Good day everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I will be exploring a little bit of Metro Manila for the first time. I will do it a little bit on my motorcycle, and I will also give my impression of having lived around here for roughly 2 years. And at the end of the video I will give my opinion about the whole experience today. So come on, join me and let's go explore Manila together. Well, what place is better to start off than in the Rizal Park? So this is actually one of the more popular spots in Manila. It's very famous for having locals going on picnic here, and it is named after the national hero of the Philippines, Jose Rizal. But as of right now, there's actually, well, not so much people here. But either way, this should probably be a good segue into starting off maybe my first impression when I entered here the first time. So it's almost been 10 years since I actually landed here the first time. That was in 2015, I believe. I'm just gonna say things as it is. So when I arrived here the first time, in my honest opinion, I didn't really feel that comfortable. And at first I thought maybe it has something to do with the fact that it's very unusual for me here. I'm not really used to the chaos, and also I've never really seen poverty to this extent before. See, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, but yeah, in all honesty, I didn't feel comfortable. But in hindsight, when I think about it nowadays, I think that the reason why I didn't feel comfortable is because of the humidity, which I am experiencing a lot of right now, and the heat. But now, in contrast, how I am feeling now is hi. Yo.
Welcome to the Philippines.
Oh yeah, sure.
Can you say pogi?
Pogi ako. Okay, enjoy y'all. Okay, bye-bye. That wasn't up according to the plan, but it wasn't unexpected because that's just really how Filipinos are. So what I found about Manila now, my impression of it is that it's a cool city, alright? It's full of all these cool skyscrapers, as you can see. There's dozens of them covered all over the place, and it's a really cool business district. And in my opinion, there's a lot of cool food to try here, all from local to like Korean and such. Western food can do a little bit better, but I don't expect them to have super good Western food here, because that's what you should do or eat in the West. Meanwhile, the Asian food, oh, so good. At least the places I've been to. It's not all perfect here, of course. There's a lot of flaws. There's a big divide between rich and poor, and I really wish that nobody really have to experience poverty and to live in the condition that some people here do. Aside from that, I really like this city. It's cool, and I really also love this park. Magkano? Isang pedaso?
20, 25.
Ano, what's the difference?
Carabao. Sweet mango. This
Carabao.
one is sour.
Asim? Ah,
Yeah.
isa lang maasim.
Maasim?
Maasim.
You want salt, sir?
Oo, bagong.
Bagoong?
Bagong po.
25.
Thank you. Okay. Okay lang.
Ah,
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Thank you. So this is our mango with bagong. It's actually really good, but I know a lot of people who's not used to salt and sweet is going to be revolted by this. So this is actually the second time I've been here in the Nanda Park, and I recall a very good experience where some foreigner bought this. He probably thought it was chocolate, and then he just trashed it after the first bite. This is really good though. Especially with the bagong, the shrimp paste. Mixes well with the sourness and sweetness of the mango. Well, right here near Luneta, there's this place called Intramuros, which I've never been to after almost 2 years of being here. But I'm not gonna go there today. I'm gonna say that for another video. And also Binondo. I've been there many times, but that is also gonna be for another video. As I said, one of the coolest things about Manila is the business district, which is where most of the skyscrapers are and such, and some really fancy malls. So there's two of them that I want to go to today, quite briefly. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. Short interruption first. Some huge drama almost happened. I actually lost my wallet, but thankfully some photographer actually found it, and it's all in one piece, and I'm really happy for the honesty of this photographer, although I believe that most people here would do the same. So I'm really grateful that my wallet is back. But that really just shows how much of an idiot I am, because clearly it fell out of the bag then while I was buying the mango. So that just shows that I need to be more careful with my things. But either way, let's go to the central business districts now. Okay.
Hello,
Hello.
we are here in the Philippines and we are street children.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Sana?
sana tulong mo kami konting pagkain
Okay. Well, as I'm about to go, it's a long story, but I came across a bunch of street children here. It's sad with the situation of street children here, but that's just reality. I don't think you should deny that this is the case. But at least I think they're having a bit better day now because they're getting a little bit of food. So yeah, as you saw the street children, I want to mention that there's one thing that I don't like about Manila, and you can pretty much sum almost every single problem with Manila into one phrase: there's too many people living here. By the way I mean that is that the city cannot handle this many people. This can sum up the pollution, the high food prices, the traffic, and the poverty and the lack of housing, and basically all of that. And I really hope that one day a lot of the people who are really in big need of help, get help to move back to the province. Because I met a lot of people who live in the province who previously lived in Manila, and they say that their life in Manila was so harsh, but the moment they went back to the province again, the life was so simple. And I hope a lot of people can experience that. I shouldn't really talk about it as if I'm an expert, but that is actually one thing that I think will benefit the most people who are in need here, to move back to the province. Well, this is Makati, the oldest and I think the biggest business district in Metro Manila. This is where a lot of people go for shopping and also for work. This is where a lot of the high-paying service jobs are located. And yeah, this is also maybe the more appealing part of Manila to foreign tourists. And as for me, this is actually not my favorite business district. It's really cool, but there's one more that I will show later, which is my favorite one. I'm not gonna reveal it yet. And as I also said about Manila is that there's a lot of huge malls here. Like this one here is Glorieta. But I have been here quite a few times already, and I want to try to go to one mall today that I've never been to, but it's still very big. In fact, it's the second largest mall in the Philippines as of right now. But the thing is, this mall is not located in Makati, so I will take you there instead now. Parking, 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 parking. Oh, here. Why am I parking my motorcycle? You will see. Well, you see, I want to try to use the MRT3. This is one of the main lines here. There are two more, and then there's one under construction. I think this is the longest one. And I haven't taken this one since 2019, so it's been almost 4 years since I've taken this one. I want to see how it has improved and if there's any changes, but I'm kind of expecting it to be quite cramped. Well, that went just as fine as I expected. I kind of know that it is doing well nowadays, but I remember that before it was awful. It would break down and trains would be put out of service. And I think that's because there was a service provider that was not qualified, politically incentivized service provider. But now they have some actual competent people servicing the MRT3. So that's better. Now we are in Quezon City. Well, this is still part of Metro Manila, but it's a different city. And also about the MRT, I'm actually very glad that it wasn't so crowded, even though it should be around rush hour now. So I'm pretty pleased to see that there's adequate rolling stock to accommodate all the people. And here is why I went all the way to Quezon City to visit the second biggest mall in the Philippines, SM City North EDSA. So this used to be the actual biggest mall in Philippines up until very recently when SM MOA added a second floor and expanded with IKEA. From the surface, I don't understand how this can be the biggest. It doesn't look super big. The sole reason why I come here now is to show it off and to buy a single t-shirt. So I went through all of this effort just to go here, just to buy a t-shirt. Well, I decided to shop here in Pen Shop because that's one of the only places I know that you can find locally made clothes, so made in Philippines, because I think that's very important to buy stuff made in Philippines. Yes, this one here looks nice, right? Made in Philippines. Kuya, bagay ba to? Actually, I think this one here looks better. Which one do you prefer? The blue or the white? If you can pick for me. This one. Okay, thank you very much. So there you have it. Now I bought myself locally made in Philippines. If you know any shops that usually sell Philippine clothes or products in general, please let me know in the comments. Okay, I've actually been all the way on this side over here and all the way over here. And although it has 4 floors, I would say I'm a little bit let down. I was expecting this to be humongous, kind of like a SMO, but I really don't see how this one could have been bigger than SMO at one point. It doesn't feel that big, to be honest. In all fairness, it feels like it's just almost average size of the bigger malls here. Oh, maybe it's this area here. Maybe that one adds a little bit to the size, but unfortunately I don't have much time for that. I need to go back now.
Manuscript pa sana ako, sir.
Okay, thank you. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I'm so thirsty. This here is gulaman. It's a local drink which I really love. It's sugary, so it's not healthy, but it's a really good drink and it's so refreshing now when it's so warm. So while I was drinking this gulaman here, I came across one, right?
Yes, fun.
So I have this one question I forgot to ask people I met today, and that is, what do you think about Manila?
Manila is a great place where you can enjoy, foods, hanging out with your friends, a place where you can do so much but have fun. That's just what I want to say.
So one is also a street photographer.
Yes,
So-
I'm a street photographer. I'm also an amateur photographer that takes portraits, but I love doing street photography. I met Magnus here.
Yeah.
And I
He
hope-
just snuck a photo of me while I was drinking.
I snuck a photo of him. I will upload that there. I may send it to him.
In your page?
Maybe, yeah. Please follow the gallery concept. If you want to book me as a photographer, just hit me at my page. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
So as one said, his preference of Manila is of course food, and I can totally agree with that. The thing is though, I want to save eating street food for another video, so this one just doesn't get too overwhelmed with a lot of content. For now I'm just gonna go back to Makati. Okay, where the hell is my bike? I just have to hurry to the last central business district we will be visiting, because I'm running out of battery on my GoPro and the sun is starting to set, so let's get there as fast as we can. I'm pretty bad at making surprises, and you can probably guess what this business district is based on where I am going now. And if you guessed BGC, you're absolutely correct. There you have it, BGC, or Bonifacio Global City, named after another Filipino hero, Andres Bonifacio. Why is this my favorite? I actually don't really know. Sometimes you just have favorites, but you cannot really explain why. Now, I think it has something to do with the fact that this city is very modern. It's actually very new. I think its military land was sold around in the early 2000s, and then it's now become a business district with all these skyscrapers and such here, including the tallest building in the Philippines, which should be the Grand Hyatt over there. So it's very similar to Makati, but it's newer. So I think this is why I prefer this one more over Makati. There's nothing wrong with Makati, it's just that it's kind of old. I think it's from the 1970s or 1960s, that's when it was first built. While this one here, yeah, it's just 2 decades old or something. And they're still building a lot here. And by the way, this has so much food that you should really just try out. All from around the world. This is by far my favorite business district. And this is usually where we also go to eat. Well, there's not really that much more to show of BGC aside from some B-rolls and such. I'm not gonna spend much time here. Maybe I'll make a video of this. But for now, let's go to the last stop because it's getting kind of late and I want to catch the sunset. Well, when it comes to BGC, I can see why this is the place where most foreigners decide to live if they have the money, because it has a lot of Western amenities that they just really like, and everything is very close and it's very walkable as well. So it gives them the comfort that they have in the West. I remember the first time I went to the Philippines, it was such it's so unusual for me to see all the skyscrapers, because in Norway we only have like 2. They're only around 100 meters. So for me, this was very new for me, and I really found it so interesting to see skyscrapers when I got there the first time. Oh damn it, I managed to go the wrong way. So now right here I'm in a very typical Metro Manila neighborhood. This is how most people in Metro Manila live like. You can see there all the houses are very thin and then sometimes tall, to take as much advantage of the space as possible. And I don't see a lot of people visiting places like this, but yeah, this is the real Manila, everybody. Well, you can try to guess where I'm going last. I think you all already probably know it. You're right, I am going to the biggest mall in the world. I already mentioned it. It is SM Mall of Asia. Well, yeah, this is the Bay Walk of Moa. Lots of people here right now to witness the beautiful sunset here. And sorry if I deceived everybody, but I'm not going inside the SM Moa, sadly, because I think it has been established pretty well how it looks like, as a lot of people have made videos of it, and I don't feel like getting lost inside there right now. I'm quite tired. I actually just want to go home now to just finish the video. Well, to give you a kind of an idea of how it was for me to see Moa the first time, it felt like a town on its own almost. It's huge, as you can see here. So yeah, for me, my mind was blown when I went there the first time. But now, I feel like I've gotten quite adjusted to it. I don't feel that kind of awe whenever I go in here now. I just feel a little bit confused. But another thing about Moa, it's not my favorite mall here. As a matter of fact, it is in the top, but I have one favorite, and that would be Festival Mall in Alabang. That mall is super awesome. It's quite big, but it also confuses me a lot when I go there. I always get lost there. But the coolest thing is that it has one of the only rail lines in Philippines there. And it also has even a roller coaster on the inside. So that's super cool. I feel like I should visit that one time. It's definitely my favorite mall of all places. It's just a lot of entertainment inside there. So I really, really hope I can visit that one time before I go home to Norway. That ends the whole day here. Should probably wrap it up for now. So I have been going around, not all of Manila, but in a few selected places. My experience today has been amazing. It has given a lot of contrast, seeing the wealthy and the less wealthy parts of this place. And that is quite, that's the thing about Manila. It's a city of contrasts as well. But it's also a city with a lot of food, even though in this video there hasn't been a lot of food eating, sadly. Well, I'm quite thirsty now, that's all I'm thinking about now. What I wish I did more in this video, I wish I asked more people, local Manileños, what they feel about Manila. Yo! So I have a question. I'm going to make a video about Manila. I have been there many times already, okay?
Yes.
But I want to ask, as you as a Manileño, what do you think about Manila?
It's quite big.
It's quite big, yeah?
There's a lot of places that you should go.
Yeah.
If you want food, there's a place called Ugbo.
Ugbon, yeah.
Yes, you went there?
I will go in Tondo.
Yes.
Okay, that was really nice. But a lot of people are talking to me now. I think that should wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed this video, of course. This might be the first video you will see of me if you're a new viewer, so if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and also check out a lot of the other videos I've done here in Philippines, because I have gone to quite a few places here, including Palawan, and then also Bohol, Bicol, and also Cebu. So please check out these videos, and I hope that I will see you in another video. Until then, see you. Bye bye.